Navy gave me my belly full of hush-hush.
I can understand that.
So far, all we're getting are repetitions of our own signals coming back at us.
Now, these answers you get...
Please sit down.
These answers you get, couldn't they be your own signals bouncing off some object in outer space? Some other planet? Booming back at you? I'm no authority on electronics, but...
I am. No, this is no bounce back. As I told you, we transform sound into light. And the speed of light is 186,000 miles a second. So you divide the distance to Mars by the speed of light, and you get the length of time it takes our light waves to reach Mars. Double that, and you get the time it takes our messages to come back. Now, that could all be mechanical, but they don't come back in that exact number of minutes. It never takes less time, always more. 20 seconds, 40 seconds, sometimes as much as a minute and a half.
Sometimes, like tonight, for instance, we get no answer. An echo will always sound, but sometimes the human brain sleeps.
But why always the same signal back? Why never anything you can hang on to?
Well, because I'm too stupid to give them a lead. That's why I yelled for help.
Well, this is no picnic you've asked me on. You don't even know what language they speak, if any. It's like working out a system of communication with gollywogs. How the devil to find a point of contact?
How about pie?
That's hardly the way to offer it, Stu. And by the size of that slice, I doubt if there's anything left.
I mean pie.
Now, what are you talking about?
Well, if we're getting answers, they have to have a transmitter as powerful as ours.
Go on, what are you driving at?
Well, they can't build anything like that unless they know how to make a wheel. That means a circle.
And you can't make a circle without knowing the ratio of the diameter to the circumference. Pi.
I still don't understand what that has to do with...
Your son's ahead of you, Cronin. What is pi?
3.1416, as I remember.
Roughly.
That's it, roughly. Actually, it's 3.1415926 and so on, an infinite number of decimals.
Well, so what? We broadcast 3.1416 to Mars, and what can they answer?
Nothing. But they must be trying as hard to talk to you as you're straining to talk to them. All they're looking for is an opening. So, you don't broadcast 31416. You broadcast 31415.
And if they understand, they continue the equation.
Right.
Where'd you get that idea, son?
Biting into this.
Come on, let's get over to the lab and try it on right now.
Aren't you coming?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just the babysitter around here.
If this comes off, I'll wake you when we come in.
What makes you think I'll be asleep?
3, 1, 4, 1, 5. 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. 3, 1, 4, 1, 5.
Shut it off.
What do we do now?
The blasted waiting's always the worst part.
How long?
3 minutes, 8 seconds each way. 6 minutes, 16 seconds all told. Plus the time it takes them to answer, if they answer.
You know, this is going to be the longest 6¼ minutes I ever spent.
You light that pipe, Admiral, and if Chris's hydrogen doesn't blow you up, he will.
Always the danger of a leak and no way of telling it. Hydrogen's odorless.
I told you I was no authority on electronics. What's the hydrogen for?
Well, hydrogen sufficiently pressurized can be brought down to a temperature of about 451 degrees below zero. And nobody knows why, but sound waves can be picked up at that temperature that would be otherwise completely inaudible. And now, certain minerals also have incredible acoustic properties. Quartz, for instance. Now, that's what this valve is made of. And we warp it with a pressurized hydrogen. It gives us the energy for a power transmission 1,000 times greater than any sound transmitter ever conceived.
There it is. The red planet Mars. For over 2,000 years, the symbol for war. And we dare to fly in the face of Providence and try to bring it closer to us.
Sometimes my wife is less than enthusiastic about this project.
I'm sorry. Darling, if nothing happens tonight, don't be too disappointed.
It's got to happen. It's just got to happen. We've waited so blasted long.
I know, but if it doesn't,
Poor Linda with all her silly fears. And you hope it doesn't happen, really?
You know what beats me? I just can't believe that you people really assembled all this yourself.
No, we got a slight assist from the Carnegie Foundation.
You realize if this comes off by this time tomorrow, you'll be the most famous man in the world?
Funny, none of the credit's mine. Actually, it all belongs to a German scientist, a criminal, a brilliant criminal.